Imagine you're standing at a crossroads, with paths diverging in every direction. Each path represents a different mindset, shaping your perception of yourself, your circumstances, and the world around you. The choices you make at this intersection can determine the course of your life. Will you choose the path of limitation or growth, victimhood or ownership, scarcity or abundance, perfectionism or progress, negative or positive thinking? Let's start with the fixed mindset versus the growth mindset. Picture this. You're faced with a daunting challenge, like learning a new skill or tackling a difficult project. If you have a fixed mindset, you might immediately feel overwhelmed, believing that your abilities are set in stone and that failure is inevitable. But if you shift to a growth mindset, you'll see the challenge as an opportunity to learn and grow. You'll embrace the belief that with effort and perseverance, you can improve and overcome obstacles. Consider Sarah, for example. She always believed she wasn't good at math, so she avoided it whenever possible. But when she decided to adopt a growth mindset, she started viewing math as a skill she could develop with practice. She sought out resources, asked for help when needed, and gradually became more confident in her abilities. Now, let's talk about victim mentality versus ownership mentality. Imagine facing a setback, a project falling through, a relationship ending, or a goal not being met. If you fall into a victim mentality, you might blame external factors, feeling powerless to change your circumstances. But if you embrace an ownership mentality, you'll take responsibility for your actions and choices, recognizing that you have the power to shape your own destiny. Take James, for instance. When he didn't get the promotion he'd been hoping for, he initially felt like the victim of office politics. But when he shifted to an ownership mentality, he reflected on what he could have done differently and took proactive steps to improve his skills and performance. Eventually, his efforts paid off, and he landed an even better opportunity. Next, let's explore scarcity versus abundance mindset. Picture yourself in a room with a limited supply of resources, money, time, opportunities. If you operate from a scarcity mindset, you'll hoard what you have, fearing that there won't be enough to go around. But if you adopt an abundance mindset, you'll recognize the endless possibilities and opportunities available to you, trusting that more will come your way. Think of Maya, who always felt like she was competing with her colleagues for recognition and advancement. But when she shifted to an abundance mindset, she realized that there's room for everyone to succeed. She started collaborating with her coworkers, sharing ideas and resources, and together, they achieved greater success than any of them could have alone. Now, let's discuss perfectionism versus progress. Imagine setting a goal for yourself, writing a book, running a marathon, starting a business. If you're a perfectionist, you'll set impossibly high standards for yourself, fearing failure and procrastinating out of fear of not measuring up. But if you prioritize progress over perfection, you'll celebrate each small step forward, knowing that growth is a journey, not a destination. Consider Alex, who always dreamed of starting his own business but was held back by his fear of failure. When he embraced a progress-oriented mindset, he started small, taking one manageable step at a time. He launched a website, reached out to potential clients, and learned from each experience, adjusting his approach along the way. Eventually, his business grew beyond his wildest dreams. Lastly, let's explore negative versus positive thinking. Picture yourself facing a setback, a rejection letter, a missed deadline, a disagreement with a loved one. If you dwell on the negative, you'll spiral into a cycle of pessimism, seeing only obstacles and failures. But if you cultivate a positive outlook, you'll reframe challenges as opportunities for growth, resilience, and gratitude. Think of Michael, who faced numerous rejections while job hunting. Instead of letting each rejection crush his spirit, he focused on what he could learn from the experience and kept pushing forward. He maintained a positive attitude, believing that the right opportunity was out there waiting for him. And sure enough, he eventually landed his dream job. In conclusion, mindset matters. The way we think shapes the way we live our lives. By shifting from a fixed to a growth mindset, from victimhood to ownership, from scarcity to abundance, from perfectionism to progress, and from negative to positive thinking, we can unlock our full potential and create the life we desire. Please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing with friends to support our channel.